gonna do another cook and clean with me today. I might turn this into a couple day video just because there's a bunch of things I want to do and I don't think I can do it all in one day. So let's start out just cleaning things up. You can already see behind me we had a kind of a busy weekend, and so I haven't had a chance to put a bunch of the stuff away yet. Just one thing after the other. So I think we're gonna clean up first today, and then I need to do groceries. I might clean out the fridge. I think I'm gonna make a Zuppa Toscana soup for tonight. That's one of those really good fall recipes. And then we shall see what else we do. I'd like to make some dessert of some sort, or snack, or coffee or something. I don't know. Anyways, I'm starting out today with a banana peanut butter milkshake, protein shake. This is basically my breakfast. I had coffee first thing with collagen, so I got protein first thing, but yeah, the little guy's talking too. Anyways, so I'm gonna drink this while I work. There's just a lot of picking up to do, cleaning up. So I hope this motivates you to do some cleaning around your house if that is helpful, or if that's needed. For those of you that are new to our channel, my name is Krista, and my husband and I live here in the desert in New Mexico with our two kids. So 2 little kids, toddler and an infant. Let's get cleaning. This is almost in some ways like a day in the life, kind of like one, just showing you some of the processes I go through on a regular basis. It's amazing how there's always, seems like almost always stuff to pick up, but hey, that means we live here, right? There, my little girl is sleeping in her bassinet. She was completely out, so that was perfect. Then I could get stuff done. She typically sleeps during the morning a good bit, so it gives me a chance to not have to worry about her and just do what I need to do. We're kind of in the process of talking about the best setup for our family. Right now we are trying to save money to buy another place, just because this one, there are things that are getting more challenging just in terms of naps for the little ones and just living daily life, and so we'll see what happens, but that's one of our goals, is to find another house, one that's bigger. I know it's not impossible to live as we are. I know lots of people have lived in small places with multiple kids, but we are starting to feel much more the challenge of living in a 1-bedroom, 1-bath with 2 kids. Hopefully one of these days we'll have an update for you guys, but for now we're just praying that God would provide something and trying to save our money. Things had really collected over the weekend. We had been with some friends. They had a bonfire, so we were over there for that, and then we stayed the night with them, which was really, really enjoyable. You know, there's not a lot of people where you can just go and crash at their house with your little kids. It's always so much fun whenever we go there. We'll take the little kids, and they don't mind all their fussing or whatever, you know, the challenges, the things that come with little kids. They're always good sports about it. So a lot of that stuff I was putting away was from our weekend away. Do any of you guys throw your coffee grounds outside or put them in your plants? Sometimes I will empty the coffee grounds into my potted plants. Other times, like this, I'll go throw them outside. Those pumpkins my mom had sent from Washington, it was really nice. I'm not one to go out and buy like pumpkins like that, and so when she sent them, I thought it was really thoughtful of her. Actually, a day or two later, after I shot this video, I cooked up that big pumpkin. I got maybe 16 cups out of it. So, and then I got a whole pile of seeds I was able to roast. So those were really yummy. I will say I sometimes question if it's profitable to use the dishwasher, in the sense that I have to scrub everything and rinse everything and scrub it before I put it in the dishwasher, and then by the time it's done, you know, you got to put it away. And sometimes I just wonder, is it really worth it? Like, would it just be faster to wash, just since I'm already like scrubbing them and rinsing them, just add a bit of soap and then put them on the counter because they're then washed. But there are times where I really like not having dishes drying on the counters. I guess I could always just dry them with a hand towel. But when we had listed our house for sale, we had a bunch of showings and I got used to not having freshly washed dishes sitting on the counter. So lately I've been enjoying the dishwasher, taking advantage of that. But there are times definitely where I just feel it's faster to just grab soap and a brush and just wash it, you know. But I'm certainly not going to complain.
One thing I wanted to do is clean out the fridge, so I'm going to start unloading that, and then I'll be able to wipe down the shelves. I don't always do it before I go grocery shopping, but today was one of those days where I'm like, I think it would be good to give it a good wipe down, so let's do that next.
Before I started cleaning the fridge out, I grabbed a quart jar and dumped in some water. I like using these flavored packets from Trim Healthy Mama. They have different flavors. This was the Orange Oasis, and it kind of looks yellow, but I really like their stuff because it's really clean, and if there's any coloring, you know it's going to be natural. And I added a bit of apple cider vinegar to this just to give me a bit of an immune system boost. These are great for kids. I like giving Dirk some of this when he wants juice, or when I want to give him juice, they're great for him. I had cleaned the fridge, I believe, before our little darling was born, and so it wasn't too bad, thankfully. Sometimes there's liquid that oozes from bottles, or I don't know how it happens, just, you know how there'll be like sticky residue on the shelving and stuff. So this time when I went to clean, it wasn't too bad. When we got this fridge, two of those plastic bars that hold your jars, and two of them had broken. We bought one offline. You can see one of them is cracked there, but they're kind of expensive. I haven't wanted to buy another one, and I'm like, I can make do without it. So far, it's been fine. It was pretty cute. He saw himself in the camera, so then he wanted to tell me all about it. He's not really talking just yet. Well, he's trying. It's pretty cute, some of the words he says. Anyhow, this shot was a bit vulnerable. I was like, do I really want everybody to see what's in our fridge? This is what we had in our fridge. Yeah, it wasn't, thankfully the fridge wasn't too bad. The nice thing is if you keep up with this every couple months, then it's not too bad. But I feel like it gets super overwhelming if I don't take care of it. So those glass shelves, yeah, those are super tricky. If you're not careful, the glass can slip off of the back plastic, I don't know what you would call it. Because the glass doesn't go all the way to the edge, like on the outsides of the fridge, it can fall down. Like it'll drop down from the back or the front. So I have to be careful. One time we had a whole milkshake. Well, basically the glass shelf dropped because I think it got pushed, the back got pushed off. I don't know how to explain it. But anyways, It was kind of sad. We had a whole thing of milkshakes spill everywhere. Blueberry milkshake. Have you ever tried cleaning up blueberry milkshake? It was a mess. Oh my word. Anyways, I should not have put the shake in the fridge without the lid.
Well guys, we got the fridge done. And now it's time for a mid-morning snack. So I think I'm going to do cottage berry whip. That's one thing both Turkey and I really enjoy. So let's make up some of that. Some cottage cheese, berries, stevia, water. That's basically it. Let's make it.
Cottage berry whip is a really nice snack for when you just want a little something. I feel like I'm saying that a lot, but for real, I like this one. I just threw in some berries and some cottage cheese for protein. Some light cottage cheese. I'm probably not going to buy that brand again because I saw they had maltodextrin in it, which I was really rather annoyed at. But anyways, yeah. And then I threw in some baobab powder just for extra antioxidants. As you probably saw in the title, this is a collection of multiple days. So I had wanted to work on these cupboards for a bit. There was a bunch of, just splatters or gunk or things that build up on them. And so I figured today was a good day to work on that. Some people might ask, do you regret doing white cabinets? And to be honest, I don't. I do like the way they look, and it's not too bad. As long as I stay on top of it every couple months and wipe stuff down, they stay in pretty good shape. The key is just staying on top of it. And of course I had my little helper following me around. To clean this, I just used some regular multi-purpose cleaner and then a rag, and occasionally I used a white dry erase, magic erase thing. You can see mine's getting pretty worn down, but between the combination of those worked. The combination of those worked pretty good though.
And now it's time to get some soup made. And now I'm going to be shopping in town this afternoon, but I'm going to go back to some footage of when we went to Costco a few weeks ago. We did kind of a smallish Costco haul. Anyways, I'll show you what we got and maybe I'll give you some ideas for some things you might want to try from Costco. We don't get to go to Costco very often, so the items you'll see was kind of stocking up for the next couple months. Who knows, we might not get down there until January now or something like that. But anyways, I'll show you guys what we got from Costco. We were out at Costco. We are on our way back from our trip. This is going to be a separate video from the trip video. I'll have that linked. But Costco for us is over 2 hours away from our house, and so since we were driving by on our way back home, we thought we would stop and stock up on a bunch of things. So I didn't get footage of everything. Our little squish was rather fussy in Costco, so we just started grabbing, trying to get everything and get it purchased and into the vehicle. So we will show you guys what it looks like when we get home, but it was a lot of stocking up. It's been a number of months since we were here, so there was a lot of stuff to get. So you'll have to guess what you think the total is. Leave a comment in the comments. Let us know what you think we spent on it before we get to the end, where I'll tell you what it is. Well, we made it home, and that was a long drive. Both the kids were crying off and on. It was like, yeah, thankfully that they didn't cry most of the trip, so it wasn't too bad. But anyways, I want to show you what I got before I put everything away. As you can see, it's still kind of a mess behind me, but we're bringing stuff in, trying to get stuff put in fridges and stuff. So let me show you. Okay, so to start out, I'm going to start with the cold stuff. Got some bacon. We've got hot dogs. I know it's kind of the end of summer, but we still like to have these on hand for different things. Got some sharp cheddar. I really like that kind of sharp cheddar. On the way home, we dug into this stuff because I was needing some fuel. So these are really nice grass-fed, sugar-free beef sticks. They're awesome. Half a stick is 1 serving, so those are good. Got a bunch of these. Gonna freeze these. They freeze really well. This sauce was sugar-free. I didn't do too much looking. I just saw there was no sugar listed on it, so I grabbed that. Almond flour. I use that occasionally. Use it for my baking blend. This is my favorite type of collagen. I used to put that in coffee. It dissolves really easy. You don't have to whisk it in or anything. It usually just dissolves in hot liquid. Coffee beans. Sugar-free peanut butter. I know Jif was cheaper, but this stuff doesn't have sugar in it, and I didn't have access to a sugar-free Jif, so doing that. Just grab some berries. It's cheaper than Walmart for me. Grab just a big thing of cottage cheese while I'm there. I need to restock a lot of stuff anyway, so I grab that. And then a bunch of some deli meat. And this whipping cream, this is one of my favorites. It's super thick and it lasts a really long time. Then Parmesan cheese, I use this in recipes. It was a good price. It was on sale too. And this chickpea stuff. We've not had this before, I don't think. I actually didn't totally check the back. I need to check the ingredients, but I think that should be fun to try. Then for egg whites, I'm going to freeze these as well. So this cereal is one we have not tried before, but I saw it and thought it would be fun to grab. And then this is this bacon is really low fat, so it's nice to have if you want to use it in e-meals, in carb-based meals. That's awesome for that. And then I heard somebody recommend this cocoa powder, so I thought I'd try it. I think it's a seasonal thing. Then this is for something to do with our Bible study. So I did get a real thing of toilet paper and baby wipes. So apart from that, this is everything else.
And I'm sorry guys, I don't have the exact amount anymore, but I believe this cost us about $400. Later that day, I added some heavy cream. I had the perfect amount, as you can see there, just a little bit left, and I mixed that in. And then I had some spinach that I wanted to use. I had kind of forgotten about it, and I had maybe a day or two where I needed to use it up, so this was the perfect way to do that. Then I also threw in a can of tomatoes. I really should not have done chili and tomatoes, chilies and tomatoes. Oh, it was way too spicy. It was pretty. Yeah, basically if you had a cold, it would have been the perfect anecdote to take. Help clear out your sinuses. And then with that soup, we toasted up some bread. In full disclosure, I will say I completely burnt the buns when I went to broil them, so I had to do a second round, but it was also a good way to use some of those sourdough buns. So I had the idea to make a dessert for tonight. So I just picked up at Walmart some cranberries today, so I'm going to go ahead and make the cranberry Guilt Be Gone pie. I'm going to make it probably in a square pan, but I think it would be a fun dessert to have tonight, so let's make it. Sometimes I'm amazed at how there's certain desserts I don't even think of or remember until the season hits, and then suddenly I'm like, oh yeah, I should make that pie, or I should make that dessert, or that drink, I haven't had that in a while. It was kind of like the creme brulee coffee that I put in my last video. I hadn't had that in quite a while, and then once the weather started getting colder, I was like, the creme brulee, where's that recipe? It was kind of like that for the Guilt Be Gone cranberry pie. It's one of those where I was like, I want to have some of that. And I hadn't had it all year long. It is much more of a seasonal thing, of course. But it was kind of fun to make. It didn't take too long either, as you can see. The recipe said to use cold butter or room temperature butter, but I did heat it up, and that really helped with it spreading and mixing up really good. We enjoyed this with some whipped cream, a little bit of whipped cream, and it was a tasty dessert. Let me know, what are your favorite desserts for this time of year, the fall, kind of going into the winter, Thanksgiving season? Are there certain things that you always go back to? Leave it in the comments. So today I'm gonna spend a bit of time going through Dirk's clothes. He has a bunch that they're either too small, or they just don't fit him well, or he's worn them out, or they're out of season, like their summer clothes. And we've had a couple days, or actually a couple weeks here, where it's kind of cold outside. And so I need to go through his stuff. His drawer's not closing. His drawer is difficult to put excuse me. It's difficult to put everything into his drawer, so I figured let's spend some of today going through his clothes. Probably gonna gift some of it, not gift. We'll pass some of it on to other people that can use it. As I kind of alluded to earlier, our place is quite small, and this is Dirk's drawer. He has one drawer in this dresser, and it had been getting kind of tight. I did have some summer stuff still in there, so I figured that would kind of help to pull out the summer stuff. Then we had some things that were a little too big for him that I had just been keeping out, like those shorts. There were some shorts that were too big for him still, or there were some things that were on the smaller side, and so it was just basically time just to sort through stuff. You know, personally, I actually hadn't pulled out all of my winter stuff until this last week. The weather was getting colder, but I was kind of managing, you know, just wearing what I had, and it was working out okay. But it is kind of nice to have your seasonal clothes. I can't keep all my whole wardrobe out just because there wouldn't be near enough space. Besides, when you have postpartum and then you have regular, that makes for a lot of clothes, even if you try to keep the minimum. Anyhow, once I was done sorting his clothes, I went ahead and put it back in the drawer and felt much better about life. Okay, now that I finished going through all his clothes, now I just need to decide what I'm going to put away in the shed for the next season based on, or the things that are too big for him. Decide what I'm going to sort through those basically, and then sort through the stuff that's too small for him, and then decide what I'm going to keep from that. I can't keep a lot of stuff because we don't have a lot of space, so I just try to keep the stuff that's in the best condition, the stuff that we liked, and then the rest, whatever we don't use, we're going to thrift, or we'll find someone else who can use it. I just finished exercising. I decided this morning it was a good time as any to get some exercise in. Kind of had a stiff neck when I woke up this morning, so I thought, it's been a while. I need to get back into it. For my morning snack, if you followed me for any period of time at all, you know I have a lot of snacks. Need a lot of fuel. I'm nursing right now. I have a little 3-month-old, so I gotta make sure I'm getting lots of good fuel. So I'm gonna make a banana cake dessert thing. It's banana cake in a mug. It's a 1 serving kind of a thing. So I haven't made this particular one before, but I will link the recipe in the description. So hopefully it doesn't take too long to mix up. Let me show you how I do it. Well, this was definitely very, very quick to make. And so yeah, if you want a quick snack, this is really hot. Anyways, do you like my mug? This all will be well. Let's try it, see how it tastes. It's really hot. It has a really nice texture. I guess one tip would be make sure you grind your oats fine enough. If the oats weren't as fine, I don't think it would be as nice. I did throw a couple chocolate chips on to get a little bit of fat, so I can keep my metabolism revved.
Yeah, this is really good. I could see having this as a dessert before bed or something. You could even, if you don't want to use this stuff, I just used a little bit of it, so it's a personal choice item. You could do Greek yogurt and sweeten it, or you could do some almond milk or something like that. But anyways.
If you love this kind of content, I would appreciate it if you were to subscribe to our channel. And if there's anything else you would love to see, let me know. I hope this video gave you maybe some cleaning motivation or organizing motivation, and that you have a chance to make some yummy treats for your family. Hope you guys have a blessed day.